So carb counting is an essential foundation block of either being a diabetic or if you know someone that is diabetic. So I've already gone over what like carbs and sugar do inside your body. So if you buy processed packaged foods, as most Americans live on, these are just great value Pop-Tarts. I was trying this with a loaf of bread, and the bread was not cooperating. So your nutritional information is pretty self-explanatory. Serving size, 2 pastries, and then it's going to give you like all of your saturated fat, regular fat, trans fat, cholesterol, sodium. I only pay attention to the total carbs here. And I've noticed that in the last couple of years, they've been doing per serving and per container. So in these, you get 2 pastries per one of these, and then it's just simple math. And I am not good at math by any means, but total carbs, I can't read that small writing, 74 grams per serving. Per serving is 2 containers. So for both of these Pop-Tarts, it's going to be 74. So when I was on the injections, I would kind of do a different type of math. So when I was a kid and they were training on all of this stuff, we essentially base everything off of what a slice of bread is. What is bread? 14 grams per slice. So I always call this one carb because it's just one basic carb chunk. And with the injections, with the needle, you could do like half units, not completely exact. So if you did like a full unit, it was just easier across the board. So if you're having a sandwich, that's 2 solid carbs. So 2 units of insulin if you're doing a 1-to-1 ratio. Same with the, I think I have an old one in here. Same with the insulin pens. You could only do these in the single unit dose. So again, that's how I got used to counting carbs. But with this guy, it will tell or ask you, all right, so we're just gonna go under bolus. So under carbs, you hit that, it asks you how many grams you're putting in. So that being said, that is where these nutritional packaging things come in handy. Much more so, it's a much more accurate carb count. So like if I was gonna eat both of these, I would be able to put in 74. I wouldn't have to do all the conversions and things like that. So what do you do if you go to like a chain food store? Some of the more millennial restaurants, I'll just put it that way, will have nutritional values. Most places don't. Some, like McDonald's, you can get their nutritional information on their website, I believe. But when I was transitioning to the pump, that was just a nightmare in itself. So I went into the app store and then I found this one, the Calorie King. So if you are at a restaurant, like there's a pub downtown that makes really good Scotch eggs. So I just do a search for that and it will tell you, like that comes up and it tells you 16 grams. So it's 16 grams of carbohydrates for a single Scotch egg. And then you can also look at food categories, food brands, fast food chains. This is very different backwards. What do we have here? Aquafina. We'll go with Buffalo Wild Wings. Okay. We'll go with sandwiches and burgers. So if we wanted, I can't read this backwards, the Boston Lager Burger. Boston Lager Burger. That will show you how many carbs are in there, and then it shows you the calories if you want to get even more detailed in that. And then you click on that, and it gives you the full nutritional panel on it. If you go to like a mom and pop cafe that just has like a street cart or something, you're not going to have that with this app, but it's still really helpful. Pretty much any fast food chain, it'll have it on there. Oh goodness, years ago, the only way you could actually get nutritional value on like fruits and vegetables was from buying books, and who wants to carry a bulky book around? And now we have technology. So if I go back, food categories. Okay. So like for date nights, Corey and I really like our red wine. So if we go to ciders and wines, go to wines, average all brands. It'll show you all of those. So it also helps with your serving size, all of that. And it also has, I need to tilt this. It has a bunch of different things. There's different breads in here, but you can also get fruit. So even if we just do a search up here, if I want a banana, hit search. It'll give you a bunch of different options. So right there, a banana, an average one is 12 grams of carbs. Then it gives you a bunch of other related ones too that you can get at restaurants. But this app, it's called Calorie King, saved my life so much when I was getting used to this guy. So, and I know I said this in one of those, I think I made meatballs. When you're cooking from scratch, your carb counting is going to be completely different because you're adding a bunch of ingredients in. You can still figure out the carb counting. It just takes a lot more steps. I hope that made sense. I'm assuming, and again, I'm assuming everyone knows that carbs are a basic part of eating and your insulin and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know. I don't get a lot of commentary on these, so I don't know if I'm doing things that are helpful or if I'm just being a mad person putting videos out here. So if you do watch, give me some feedback, let me know. I'll do the catchphrase of hit that like button and subscribe. I don't know. So, and I feel like a video like this would be a little bit more helpful for someone that doesn't know. Corey had to find out most of what being diabetic is on his own just with the Google, and I feel kind of bad about that, but he's done a pretty good job of teaching himself. But when it came to carbs and like the nutritional value and things like that, he didn't know anything about that. So, and if you want to get like any foreign foods, if they get imported into the US, I think by law, they have to have one of these puppies on there. So if you go to like international markets, these should still be on there regardless in English, at least what I've seen. Unless, yeah, every international market that I've been to has had these on there, unless it's fruit and things like that. But let me know what you think of this. So, I will see you next week.